Do we have to push got it?
And they can see us, right? Okay.
Okay, so you folks are now live.
Hi, folks. We're here for the last segment. Is
No,
that-
the first of segment of the segment 5 of 8. This is the first of today's 4 segments playing for the right to represent the USA in the mixed over in the next World Championship
Marrakesh.
in Marrakesh. We're starting the day with both teams tied at 132. My name's Steve Sanborn. My wife Carrie Sanborn is with me, and we're enjoying having George Jacobs do the event with us also.
Good
We
morning,
have and we host, and we'll get it. George, make sure he pronounces the name correctly. Who's our host, George?
Ewan.
Okay.
Almost close, Ewan, yes.
Ewan.
But that was a pretty famous guy on squeezes, Ewan, at one point. Okay. Board 1.
The bidding is already diverged.
A heart pass forcing no trump, I guess. 2 hearts by Chris Lincoln showing spades and a minor.
And just a simple 2-spade bid at the other table by Sean, just bringing only the spades in the picture at the moment.
So I like Chris's bid much better. Bringing both sits in case they get blown out in hearts, they have an opportunity to get back in it.
Yep, a little less likely to be blown out in hearts. Now, I'd be interested where we can interview the players right here to see why each of them chose that. I can believe why West I believe Sean might have chosen that for the simplicity of keeping himself his potential to declare.
There's something to be said for that, Steve, isn't there? He's playing with a client, and you know, the more hands that he can play, the better off their team is going to be.
Right. He's pretty good. I've seen him around here in Florida playing against them. He's usually pretty good about, you know, keeping the clients out of trouble. Let's put it that way. Not always hand hogging, but stopping them from being in positions they'd prefer not to be in.
All right, so the room on the left we'll call is the open room, and the room on the right is the closed room. So
Okay.
Rosenthal is north-south in the open room and east-west in the closed room, and obviously vice versa for Millen.
Yeah.
So we're running out of steam here. It looks like the final contract is going to be reached at 3 spades, I would guess.
Yeah, he passed finally.
And then in the other room, they got to,
That encouraged them to get the 4. Right.
so obviously we're going to have a swing some way or another, unless they both go down 50. What's the play here? Do you lead the clubs or the hearts?
Well, one table got a spade lead.
That's interesting. That picks up.
Right.
Ooh,
That's gonna.
They led, but they have the 10. So that's interesting. If they put in the jack, the 10 might come back to them. No, it can't.
She'll probably play. The declare will play low from here because they want to get to their hand to play a diamond.
Well, that is interesting, a spade lead. All right, Rosenthal has led the ace of hearts and gotten a discouraging heart from his partner. Plus he sees the queen 10 fourth and dummy. So he'll shift to the a high club. He'll cash 2 clubs and possibly shift to a diamond and wait for a trump trick. That won't be good for the diamond suit in by itself, but it'll still be good to get him out of his hand without doing any damage. And
The only
other,
problem with cashing the ace of clubs, it takes care of his last diamond loser.
this is true.
Not that he's eventually probably going to have to concede it anyway. So at the other table, went a low spade around to the 9. Sandra didn't put up her queen, put up the 8 only.
All right, he did try and cash his second heart, which was a complete failure. Now they'll be able to pitch the club on the heart. And they'll make a lot in the open room. They're only in 3, but they're gonna make,
Well, they
4.
got not that easy. He's gonna have to, he has to get the dummy.
Well,
That takes away one, you know, one of the things,
well, the ace of spades gets him the dummy. He plays the queen of hearts, pitches a club, takes a diamond finesse,
right? Now what?
loses. Well, now what? Or
It wins. It wins.
So he cashes the king of spades and claims.
Well, he's got those extra diamonds.
Well, he'll figure out something to do with it.
He
Right,
might
in
be
the
able to
other-
just get out of club.
The
Carrie's
other
right.
room where they're in 4 spades and they got a favorable spade lead. But they're in this room, they're going to cash both of their clubs and their heart.
Right. Beat him
But it
one.
looks like,
Nine
their spade trick went away. So 4 spades is down 1 in the closed room. And in the open room, they're still working on trying to make 3 spades. They got some help, but Steve's a little concerned that they need more help.
No, not so much. We think we're gonna be able to throw lefty in, actually. Lead a club up and lefty will get, you know, have to take that trick with the ace, and then just put me, they can take their queen of spades, but they have to put me back in dummy, assuming that Sean elects to go spade to the ace and the diamond connects next.
Well, wait a minute, he might, but what if the diamond finesse is off? He could be looking at 2 hearts, a heart, 2 clubs, a diamond and a spade loser. So he might be down 1. I think he's got to pitch the club on the.
Oh,
queen
he's
of-
definitely gonna pitch the club, but the other heart's still good.
Well, then how can he lead a club up? The club will be gone.
Oh, that's right.
So I think he's going to take a diamond finesse, and when it wins, I mean, there is a safety play. Looks like he could just give up a diamond rather than try and cash the ace. But if he roughs the ace, he's roughing with a natural too. So we shall see. The 10 of hearts is good also.
Yeah,
So-
that's, yeah.
That might.
I make him a favorite to make it.
Yeah. Now in the closed room, they're bidding the next hand. It's gone a heart by east, 2 spades preemptive by west, by south rather. That's pretty heavy preempt. Wow, I would open that hand. He's got
Well,
12
it's
high.
vulnerable against knots, so maybe it's not so bad.
And Sandra, who's not in on the joke, has bid 4 spades. So they have 2 diamonds and a club and 3 heart losers. Vulnerable, not vulnerable. I mean, that's not the best place in the world to be.
No, it's,
Unless you, Chris will double this, obviously.
And
on the other hand, it's their hand for 6 clubs, right? The other way?
what will Amber do? She'll bid hearts first though, won't she? Or will she show 2 places to play?
Back in the open, back in the open room, the diamond, he let a club up at the moment. We were trying to figure out what he might do.
And then Andrew shifted to the stiff diamond.
Diamond, right. Now he might just play king, ace of spades and start throwing his other diamonds on all the good cards in dummy.
Now, what do you do with the south hand? What does Migri do? Does she put up the king of diamonds? I don't think so. I think she plays the 9 or
Yeah,
the-
it's not gonna matter very much, I don't think.
no, but just as a matter of general principles,
Yeah.
what would you do with the south hand here?
Not, wouldn't occur to me to put it up.
No, I don't think so either.
So she played the deuce, which is encouraging, and protect her king of diamonds, holding on to it for later, just in case.
Right.
And even if she,
No,
got
she
it-
played the king. That's interesting.
yeah, well, like you said, it wouldn't have occurred to me either to do that.
But-
Because her partner's already shown ace, king,
And
And-
bid hearts and clubs.
yeah, and clearly that's not, they don't have anything in diamonds, no pushers. So he's just setting up the clubs for 2 diamond pitches, and he's playing it safe to make this. He's gonna give up a spade, and Bob will be your uncle.
You got it.
All right, so they're making 3. They're gonna pick up 140 plus 50s, 5 imps for Nat Rosenthal.
For the Millens team.
Yeah. All right, over here, though they
They
did
got
get
the 4 spade, they got the 6 clubs.
very nicely done. That was hard. Very nicely done. So it went
Yes.
a heart, 2 spades, double, 4 spades, pass, pass, double, pass, 5 clubs, and Chris just drove it home at 6 clubs.
Yeah.
That was a pretty risky bid, but they drew him a roadmap saying that Amber only had 1 spade. He took a big chance here, but it's going to pay off.
Well, your partner might not be so quick to run with 2 spades. When you doubled them.
Well, and the opponents are vulnerable against nut,
Right.
and they've bid to the 4 level and no high cards.
Right.
Well, it's not that more than we expected, but yeah.
This is-
Sometimes it's dangerous to preempt and your partners preempt because the opponents realize then that they don't have as many losers.
Right.
That's a very good point. All right, in the open room, it's the new bidding has started out on the same hand, a heart, 1 spade, which I think is more logical. In fact,
Yeah.
1 spade is more likely to keep him out of the slam. Gives him more room, but it shows more power. A heart, a spade, 2 clubs, that'll get him into the club suit right away.
Will probably be interesting to see if Andrew bids 3 spades, preemptive, ball against not, or bids 2 spades or nothing.
I think he's gonna bid 3 spades. And, you know, that takes away East's ability to splinter. Whether she would or not, I don't know. She's got pretty much an opening hand with a stiff spade. But I think if he only bids 2 spades, she could bid 4 spades and that'll get,
That'll
Yes.
push them in the right direction for sure.
her hand is actually, even if he jumps to 3 spades, her hand is worth a 4 spade call. When your partner bids 2 clubs, so you know you have at least a 10 card fit. Although you've opened with kind of Dreck.
It's really kind of an
not-
ugly hand.
Dreck
Not
is a
everybody
scientific
plays,
card, folks.
the 2 club bidder has, you know, easily an ace more than they have to have.
Correct. Correct.
2 clubs, yeah, so.
All right, she bid a simple 4 clubs. I think
4
that'll
clubs.
really get them to 5 clubs, and I think they will not get to the slam. She
He
made
might bid
actually a
4
non-forced
diamonds,
and
and
4
if
club
she
bid.
bids 4 spades, he might take over now. Meanwhile, back on the
Bigger
He's
made a.
he just simply raised the 5 clubs,
Yeah, so they will lose a slam swing here, but a non-vulnerable slam swing.
slam swing to the Rosenthal team, right?
So the lead switches on board 2. All right, in the open room, in the closed room now, they're bidding the next hand. We'll come back to this one for the results. In the
House,
closed
Pass,
room,
and Sandra Rimstead decided to open a 4-card heart suit, a 4-4.
you know what? I don't blame her. If they don't play
Favorable.
a club, I like it.
On spade double.
I truly like opening a 4-card heart suit here with 4 spades, and you're bidding a suit where you have a lot of texture. You're interfering a little bit with the opponent's ability to reach what they need to reach. You're going to get out. You're making your 1 bid. You're going to get out unless you're forced to. So here it went double, and she bid a no trump. She's
No.
forced to bid.
Yeah,
When
Yeah.
a heart, a spade,
double, pass,
Double.
pass, a no trump. Pass,
She
a
bid a no trump,
right?
and she's hoping that he lets her out, and he will.
Because he barely has a double,
Right.
in
So
a
the
very
2 of them-
minimum double.
So the 2 of them are like weak and weaker. And now they get to play and look at the setup here. This is going to be very favorable for Declare, I believe. Let's see. She's going to try and get to the dummy. They're going to knock out the spades before she could set up the club. So she's not going to
Right.
make very many tricks, but she's not vulnerable, and it's not going to be terrible whatever happens. They lose 3 diamonds and a couple clubs and a heart and a couple spades. So it looks like
That's all.
they're going to be down 1 or
Piece
2.
of cake.
Yeah. But she knows she stole the pot, though. All right, there won't be much to the play here in the open room. They're going to crisply claim 6 clubs. Won't be long.
Right,
And there it is.
5 making 6,
Yeah.
and they just be with the 10 or 11 imper. So the Rosenthal team has swung back in to the lead. But
Did you
this could zigzag back and forth for a long time today.
Steve, did you say they were tied coming in today?
Yes, they were tied coming in.
That's how it should be, right? You know, you play an entire day of the final and you're tied. I like that.
And you're tired.
Tied and tired, right?
But there is the tiebreaker's already been established.
And that's how they did against each other in the round
Yeah,
robin.
right.
And who has it?
I don't see it right here on one screen that I'm looking at.
All right, we'll make it up. So Rosenthal has the tiebreaker.
I think you're right, George.
I just decreed it. It's okay. I don't think the bidding will go the same in the other room. Andrew Rosenthal doesn't strike me as being a one heart opener.
No, it didn't.
Pass, pass, pass. And now this hand probably opens a no trump. Got 15.
Yeah.
Bad suit.
So.
And they'll wind up playing hearts.
I predict that he'll just transfer to hearts and let her play it.
Well,
Oh,
he's
it's got an 8 count. I mean, you know.
pretty spare 8 count. Yeah, I think he'll
So
do that too.
But, you know, they're facing 2 passed hands. Well, they're, you know, I don't know how good a player she is. So I don't know whether he'll invite her or just pass.
It's a pretty shaky invite when your partner doesn't jump.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with passing for sure.
yep. So it looks like they have 2 spades, a club, and 2 hearts. Looks like they probably should make it.
Wait, you said 2 hearts.
3 hearts.
3 hearts.
3 heart losers.
The 9 of clubs could come into play here if they don't untangle the club suit.
Yep.
But Andrew is likely to get in first and play the 10 of clubs. So that will probably be helpful. Although. So she'll win it in her hand and then what? What would you do here? You try and set up hearts? You try and set up spades? I mean, it's a horrible.
Probably
hand.
play a spade.
She's got to, she might, who knows? She's going to want to somehow draw trumps eventually. But she doesn't, you know, have anything in her hand she needs to ruff particularly. Maybe go after spades. No, going right after hearts.
Now she could lose 4 heart tricks. They could get a spade ruff with the jack of hearts.
They could now. Very right. Very good point.
But they'll probably just, yeah, they probably just clear the 10 of clubs.
Yeah.
Now, will she be able to get spades set up in time to pitch the 10 on the other club? I don't
No,
know.
because the king of spades will get in
Yeah.
first.
Interesting play here. Drops the jack. Now she doesn't, she's got to play a diamond to the dummy next to try and draw the last trump that hope they split. I don't think she's ever going to see a spade trick.
No, I don't think so at all, unless they have to play some, no, because yeah, I don't think so either.
So isn't it funny how bridge works? They're playing 2 hearts in one hand, they're playing 1 no trump in the other hand, and they're both kind of hopeless contracts. How's Sandra doing in the closed room?
Looks like
Trick count there is 3-2, the top of the 6th.
Yep.
the White Sox leading the Yankees.
I wish. From your lips to God's ears. Now here comes a tap, by the way. So Migri is surprisingly in with a club, and there's no more hearts in Declare's hand. Although she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that. Okay. So now they have set up a spade in Declare's hand, but the queen of diamonds was on side anyway.
Yep.
So, but they could have destroyed the hand if she'd let another club. Although the queen of diamonds was still on side, so
Right.
Yeah.
much would matter.
So they have their 2 hearts and a spade. That they can, oh no, they lost their
No
spade.
spades, they just get their
2 more
two-
hearts. I missed the other spade getting
Yeah, they're
cashed
done.
already.
So north-south is going to get 6 tricks and defeat the contract by 1,
1, they're playing plus 100.
plus 100 for Rosenthal. And the other room, it's 3-3 now. That play has slowed down a little bit, but that's good for us. Now they'll be on the same hand. Wow, they bid the closed room first, and then the open room is gonna finish first.
The play in one no is slow for everybody, I suspect, for various reasons, trying to figure out what everybody really had.
Ooh, what
Amber's
just
just,
happened here?
yeah, I don't know. Amber's just cashing cards like crazy over
Oh,
there.
she could have let a spade
That was
there.
probably not a,
She had it, all she had to do was lead a
Well, she
spade
can-
after a diamond. No,
yeah, she.
They're still gonna beat it one.
or two. Oh, she can't get out. Sandra can't get out of her own hand.
Right, can't Sandra even, right.
But still, it feels like they could have done a trick better.
They could have done better. You had to have faith in your partner while defending and be aware that people might have opened very light against you. Start counting up only high card points. 10 didn't come into the picture, I have a feeling, for Amber.
Yeah. So the Millen
be
team
the
is down in
six,
both
right?
rooms.
Or
50 and 100 is 140 for
for it.
Forums.
4 imps. So 4 imps to Rosenthal, who opens up a commanding 10 imp lead.
All right, we're all both tables on the same hand now.
All right,
And
no trump, 7, 12, 15. Do you consider that a no trump, Carrie and Steve, with a 15, with including king, queen of hearts?
yes,
In this day and age,
absolutely.
that's easily worth 14 plus.
The king
Sure,
10
look
9 8 of diamonds is a really kicker.
Yeah, the
too.
diamonds, king 10, 9, 8 is a very valuable holding. Couple of other,
Realistically, I think it's worth 15.
In today's world, the king jack of hearts would be a no trump instead. You know, one less point. Most people are opening 14s.
and partners consider it enough to have the jack 10 fourth of hearts. So that's good. It's gone one no trump all pass. They're leading their best suit. This is not going to go well for the defense. Leading the
No, it's really not.
declared suit and picking up the queen is usually a bad thing.
We'll get 4 diamonds and 2 hearts for sure.
Okay,
It
without
looks
any
like they're going to
bidding,
make 2.
Steve, Carey, what's your lead with the south hand? Do you just lead your best suit?
Probably.
Probably.
Obviously, they're leading attitude. So the 5 is,
Yeah.
it looks low, but it's not.
Yeah, the rule is if you're leading from a good suit, you lead low, and if you're leading from a bad suit, you lead second highest. If you can afford it, I would not lead
Exactly.
from Jack 9, for instance.
Right.
We would,
And the same thing in the other room. 2
same lead. We would lead deuce from Jack fourth normally. It is what it is.
I'm with you.
And Brad Moss would lead deuce from 4 to the 5.
Yes,
He's a confirmed 4th best leader.
I don't get that. You know, I think Claude and I play attitude leads, and the lower you lead, the more you like to suit. It's
Yeah.
the simplest way, and that way you don't have to worry about count. You can lead low from 5 or 6, doesn't matter. I like the suit.
Right.
Sometimes it helps you to count the hand if you know your partner's only got 4.
True, with Smith Echo works it out a lot. It hurts to declare, I think, more than it helps your partner.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, but we would be second high leaders from 4 to the 5. And we'd have our lead. If we thought that was a suit to go after, we'd lead the 4.
Well, actually, from 4 to the 5, I think you have to lead the 5 because you got a sequence.
Okay, good. That's a very good point.
Hey, listen, I got in trouble once for leading the 9 from 9, 8, 7.
Is that right? You had one of those anal partners? Who was it, Irina?
No, we'll just let it go. But it wasn't their partner who got upset at the end of the day.
I love it. Is
Enough
he
said
still
on
your
this.
partner?
Steve was my partner.
On that one Jill is still Carrie's partner right now for the women's coming up.
Love it. All right, so this is a nothing burger. It should be a push. 8
Yeah.
tricks in the closed room, and it's just taking longer in the open
Flat,
room.
flat.
Right.
Oh, she didn't knock out the ace of hearts, or they?
She tried, they ducked it
ducked it.
twice.
Ah, okay. Now that's a little bit different. Yeah, but there were multiple diamond entries, weren't there?
No, only one.
Only one. Okay, the 10-9-8 was in declared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, so she will struggle and she's not going to get those two heart tricks.
that's okay. She made the same 8.
4 diamonds and 2 hearts and the ace king of spades.
Yeah. Bridge is a funny game.
Well, at the other table, they always had 4 clubs ready to go if
Yeah.
once they sorted out. So that was an automatic, so they just got different tricks in this one.
All right, in the closed room, we have pass, a spade, double. A bit of a hungry double, flat
And no
12 now
trump.
with only 3 hearts. But as you say, in this day and age,
Well, it's particularly opposite of past hand. I get,
Vulnerable
Yeah.
against not with only 3 card heart holding too. That, ooh,
pretty bold.
I'm
So
kind of a
what-
strange
Chris
pass
do?
by West.
We don't know. I wonder what their methods were that they couldn't bid here.
Pass a
he might
spade double is-
redouble. He's close to a redouble, or he might.
I would think redouble. The Jack 10s really are good defensive.
Well, we don't know what redouble meant in their partnership.
It means the same in our partnership, Steve. It's I've got a good hand. I got a good past hand. That's what you and I would do.
Well, some people play those as various, transfer bids.
Well, starting at a no trump.
Okay.
Did it go all pass? Did it go a spade? Double all pass?
Yes.
No,
Jack-
spade, double, pass,
and
and no
trump.
trump, all pass.
Oh, well, if they lead a low spade here, this is not going to be pretty. I can see 9 tricks, even the
Well,
10.
that's good enough. That's a good enough low one.
Yeah. I can see 9 tricks for the defense.
Wow.
6 spades and 3 hearts, right?
So I would like to
Four
point
hearts.
out that we know what we're talking about when we said that that was a hungry hippo double by South.
No,
Now, they may have 4 hearts as
It's
a
okay.
contract or 4 spades, so it may not be enough, but we'll see. They may have had a game, maybe they needed to double.
Well, they have a game
Then they
on
could
the
run the
East
2
West
clubs.
cards.
10 tricks, 6 spades and 4 hearts, 10 tricks.
And maybe a club.
they don't have to give, they can just not cover the queen of hearts.
What?
That'll hold it to 3 heart tricks, won't it?
No. Cards are,
No,
Four
they get them all. They'll lead the jack of hearts eventually, and they can duck or not, whatever they want.
Okay, I duck and I duck.
we go up the ace in the
you win
second
the
round.
ace.
Oh,
turn
okay.
one.
You win the
Okay.
ace on the second one, put the.
Uh,
All right,
I'm
and
glad I know partner has 4 hearts.
Yeah, they settled into 2 spades in the other room. So they'll make that with ease and a lot more. So let's see how they bid that.
Interesting that they chose to double with that.
Well, one no is
South-
forcing without the double. Okay, that was the alert. Sorry.
And then 2 spades, all pass. I don't think anybody did anything wrong except Sean. I think if Sean was playing with himself, he would have bid 3 spades.
Very possible. It's a non-ball game. So again,
Yeah,
keep your
but
partner
still,
confident.
He's got a good hand.
Very, West was very meek at both tables.
Yes,
You like that word, George?
I do. Oh, the defense has not lost their way now. Somehow they didn't show what they actually had. And they've lost their way. Now they've shown it. I can't believe that Chris and Amber don't have methods for showing,
Suit preference.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of a odd even discard or something.
So they'll beat this 3
Well, they were supposed to be at 4, weren't they?
easily.
They had 10. They had 10 tricks coming.
Yeah, now they held themselves to 9. So they're gonna have a pickup anyway, regardless, but they're plus 300 and the other room, they're minus probably 170.
So Chris was right to pass over the double and pass over the no trump.
He certainly was.
Except that they could have had a game
Right.
and then they could have gotten 400.
Okay, so we've gotten a, looks like another, another 14 minus hand opening a no trump. Oh, it does have the 10 of clubs,
As I said,
aceless.
they have 2 10s.
Okay, aceless though.
I don't, does that matter in no trump? Steve, you think?
I don't know,
You must think so. You said it twice, so.
well, I do a little, if I'm thinking about whether to upgrade or not, that's a consideration, where I get that little extra from or not. This hand is moderate to me in the
Yeah, well,
14-point world.
but the good news is they're gonna make it. If they don't go,
Yep.
if they don't go after their long suit, which is diamonds, and they go after their short suit, which is clubs, they'll make it. But if they go after their long suit, they're not gonna make it. They just don't have enough time and entries to get there with a spade lead. The spade lead has taken away one of the 4 entries they need to get to those, to get to and lead and cash the diamonds. Look at that. They're going after their short suit. All right. Now he doesn't know the king of hearts is going to win,
That's,
No,
and he's giving up long club tricks to the defense, but I think this is a cool way to play it.
he's gonna play
the
diamond.
diamond now. He's got an extra entry to dummy.
I would win the ace here. Atta girl. Way to go. That's Chris. Chris Walenka did that. I love that. Now declarer knows that the 10 of diamonds, that the jack of diamonds is on side. So they can safely go to the,
Yeah,
they can untangle their spades. He might even play king of spades, cash the spades, and take the winning diamond finesse,
Right,
which is
that's
gonna lose.
the great
that's it.
false card by Chris.
And it's really safe to do that here. He knows that he's looking at 5 diamonds, dummy. It was declarer's first play. I think he's gonna play, I think he's gonna be seduced by this, assuming Chris plays the second spade here. If he shifts to a heart, or even a club's okay, but if he shifts to a heart, that's bad news. At the Migra is open 1 club rather than 1 no trump in the open room. I think that would be the choice of most people. A
And then
spade
she'll
by
look at it.
Andrew.
until we bid a no trump and just play
Yeah,
the same one
He'll
no
wind
trump.
up in a no trump the same way. He'll have enough, nobody else has anything to say here.
No,
Chris has played another spade.
This is good for him and bad for declarer, who has to win it in their hand now. And now they have to decide, do I go to dummy, because I know where the jack of diamonds is. I take the marked diamond finesse, which is all he needs to make the contract. 4 spades, a diamond, and 2 clubs.
A long
play-
shot.
He
Well,
doesn't
he's got
have
to get a
set up
second
the
club
di-
trick in. Yep, looks like he's gonna follow what you thought.
Now he'll cash the queen of spades,
put your
lead the
heart.
9 of diamonds, knowing it's gonna win.
Or lead low. That,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh, plan B.
She sort of gave away the store there. You know what? You've got to be careful with things like this when you can't discard. When it gives declare, how can I put this? You've got to be careful when you're discarding. Sometimes you have to hold on to your little cards. You have to clutch them to your breast and hold on to your little cards like they were gold, because you give away too much information when you pitch a loser. It lets the declarer know where the winners are.
With
So-
an easy club pitch from this hand.
I would have thought it was an easy club. pitch
Those
also.
clubs can never be useful.
Correct. So pitching the diamond was a lazy play. Now he played it didn't matter. Now it turns out. And she's still thinking. Her partner pitched a low club. so
Now she needs to hang on to the clubs.
Right. And Chris can play ace in a club now. And then her queen of hearts will take the last trick, her ace.
Right.
Now they could set
Either
it.
way, it doesn't matter now.
Well, it matters if she pitches a club,
Right.
because he's got to get out with something.
Yep.
Yep, that's a trick dropped.
So it's a weird situation here. It's like ping pong in the closed room. Chris cannot play a heart. If he plays a heart, they make their contract regardless. So he's got to get out with ace and a club. Has she given him enough information to do that? Looks like it.
Yeah, but now he's just gonna play a heart out of his hand.
She's gonna have to give him the heart anyway.
Oh, because she didn't keep the last heart.
The last club.
Keep the last club. Got it. And it wouldn't
So
help for him to go up with
Gonna,
the. Well, that could have been certainly. Chris's defense was very good. Amber's wasn't so good.
So Shannon did the same thing in the other room. He won the 10 of diamonds with the ace. And what was the opening lead?
the ace of diamonds.
Oh, never mind.
We false carded the 10 of diamonds from the,
So what would you shift to at trick 2? I would not want to continue diamonds here.
Oh, no, you're not continuing diamonds.
You've got to shift to hearts now. You set up 3 hearts, 3
Yeah.
diamonds, and a club.
we've gotten the heart shift sort of.
Now, can you read the 9? I guess you just go up with the ace and play the deuce back.
Well, you don't have an entry to your long one then.
Well, I can't help that.
Oh, no.
Here comes the diamond back.
Well, this is not going to be a very good defense here. So they're just going to set up tricks willy-nilly for the declarer. So they're going to get 3 diamonds and the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs, and declarer is going to make
Well,
2.
you could shift to a heart, back to a heart.
They can get
now.
one more heart. They can get another heart still.
Yeah, but will they? No, 8
I've
tricks.
claimed for only 8 tricks. Okay.
No other heart trick.
Hmm.
So Rosenthal picks up something there.
1,
1, okay.
is that right?
No
The spread
swing.
now the spread is 14 now. Rosenthal's ahead by 14. We're in the 5th round of 8
Flat.
in the
No
first
push.
final.
That was a push.
Let's go back to that board.
4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, in the closed room, it's gone pass, 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 a club by East, pass, a no trump, all pass.
I see. The other room was not playing a no trump. They were playing 2 diamonds.
somehow.
They must have
What?
been Stamen. They must have been Stamen
All
with
right, we
the.
better pay attention now.
I didn't see the other auction go by.
Yeah.
So
Our bad. Sorry, folks at home.
Okay.
Here we're playing
Board
1 no
number
trump for
7.
sure. Yes, can we see the auction, Ewan? All right, it went a
Club.
club, spade, a no trump, 2 clubs.
Oh, I see.
he transferred to his 5-card suit.
Okay,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Thank you.
plus, you know, Andrew's well-trained, he can transfer the declarer to the other person. My wife is like that. When we play bridge, she'll do anything not to declare.
Well, many of us have had partners in our life who, at various points in our careers that happens with, so. Terry has one partner in particular who would rather do anything than to declare the hand. Okay, so board 7, we've gotten we're playing 1 no at both tables out of the West hand on a very similar auction. And interesting that
It's all yours for just a minute. Turning on the air.
Andrew has elected to lead a heart and not a spade. At the other table, we've led the we led a spade at the other table. Interesting.
So what's your prognosis here for the two different leads?
Uh,
King of diamonds is on. Man. In theory, the spade lead should have gotten your spade trick set up eventually.
Think they'll lead a third heart here? They know that, no, they know partner only has two. She led the 8 back. So they've set up heart tricks. Now they're going to set up club tricks for the defense, for the declare. The diamonds are on side. They got to lose the ace of spades. So
Right, that was the key on the other whole hand is that they get the spade suit going. They can take 2 spades, the club.
Now North has no entries. They have to duck the spade, right?
Right,
Pretty easy to do that. South will get in with the ace of hearts at some point and play another spade, and they'll get both spade tricks.
right.
mhm.
So that'll hold it to 5.
So a little crisper defense by the north-south pair in the closed room. So one no will make 2. He has all winning tricks left. Can't get out of his hand.
In the open room, 10 of clubs is frozen play for the moment.
Okay, what could he be thinking about here? I know he knows that the diamond, he doesn't know about the diamond yet,
Right,
but he knows the hearts are splitting.
Because nobody continued.
Yeah. So why doesn't he just play low here? That guarantees an entry in both hands and he keeps his options open. Oh, he needs an entry. He's got the card entry for sure, and he could guarantee a club entry. Maybe he's worried if he plays low and wins the club entry now, it'll be premature and they can keep him from winning another trick in his hand later. So he's thinking about playing the club first.
could always just play the 10 of diamonds.
This is just way too much thinking. Yeah, I had a
Okay.
great conversation with Larry Cohen the other day about with Sean's hand, when do you play the 10 of diamonds and when do you lead the queen of diamonds? There's a lot of, like you just said, he can lead the 10 of diamonds to retain the lead in his hand. And afford to pitch a low card out of the dummy and then take another one. So he's going to win this in his hand, except that he's not going to win it at all. But he still is guaranteed a club entry. So he'll win this one in his hand. He'll take the diamond finesse. Now he's worried that he's still worried that he's going to get locked out of the 4th diamond.
I actually think this is kind of a boring hand.
Right, I don't think he's got 2
At the
entries.
other hand, at the other table, they're on their way to some slam. Whether
Yeah,
if they get to the grand that makes.
It's sort of
another thing.
ridiculous what's happening here.
One
By the
heart, 3 clubs, so nobody can argue with 3 clubs on king, queen,
I
jack, 10,
can,
9, 8.
no, I can. If they're not playing Namyats, I'm a 4 club bidder with that hand.
6, 4.
Yeah, I'm just a
Well-
4 club bidder. You got 6 solid clubs and 4 diamonds. And the grand makes only because the diamonds are 4.
Because the
clubs.
diamond king comes down, right. But still, 6 is a great contract. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, 7's pretty aggressive.
7's on the diamond.
Jerry, I would have been 4 clubs there. I just, good or bad. You know,
I'll remember that, George, next time I play against you.
They own the majors. You know, what can happen? Although, you're not favorable, you're even. Okay.
Right, yeah, I'd be sympathetic to it if favorable, at even. He's a little closer. We have some rules about trying to keeping our partner in the game a little by saying how many tricks we're going to take. You know, we expect to take just in our hand.
Yeah. Well, they refuse to claim in the other room, even though it's a claim. They can't lose any more tricks, but I
Wow.
suppose the diamonds might not split,
So they got the 5 hearts.
but the hearts split. Oh, no, they missed the slam?
They missed a slam.
A heart, 3 clubs, 4 hearts. I don't like that bid. That's terrible. How about bidding 4 clubs? I want
Well,
to.
you have a 10 count. Is that enough, or does that show a game force?
You got 4 hearts. One says I want to play 4 hearts, and one says I'm bidding it because it feels right. You know, you could be preemptive and bid 4 hearts. I would bid 4 clubs saying I want to bid 4 hearts. And at least give your partner a chance. So over that, it went 4 spades, was a key card, I assume, but I don't know that for sure.
I think it was a Q bid.
It
Cubit,
was a Q bid. In the other hand, Q their ace, not their. They needed. Nobody knew about the stiff club.
yeah, they needed, you're right, they needed to bid 5 clubs or Blackwood, one or the other.
Oh.
So here we're talking about a makeable
Oh, 2
grand and
clubs,
they
right.
missed the slam, which is, by the way, a good lesson. A lot of times you think about bidding a grand and you don't do it unless you can count 13 tricks. And the idea is they might miss slam in the other room. You got to be careful of that.
That's for sure. There's the.
There we go with the 1 heart, 3 clubs again.
Yeah.
And that's because
See
everybody's
if they
looking.
can negotiate this better.
Why did Chris worry about clubs anyway, since he had the ace of clubs?
No, I don't know. Not clear to me.
I mean, maybe, 5 diamonds wasn't a bad thing to hear.
Yeah, he had
Well-
some spaces, but his partner did bid 4 hearts.
The auction started similarly at the other room.
God, I hate this. 4 hearts just says I want to play 4 hearts. 4 clubs says I'm willing to play. I want to play 4 hearts. Like I'm got a good hand on the way there.
We're not disagreeing with you. In certain partnerships that certain players may have, they may feel that they need a club control to make that bid. Well, Sean took a different view of the hand. He's just going to flat out bid it.
And he's right.
All right.
All right, big swing to the Millens. So non-vulnerable slam. He has seen how cautious Joan is.
Well, that's probably true.
So he's bidding her hand for her, which is kind of a common thread when you're playing with a professional and a client, that you get to know their mannerisms, and if they're cautious, you bid a little more. That is not cheating. That's just, figuring it out.
Now, would you say you were an aggressive player? Would you bid more or less with certain players? George, would people bid more with you?
Oh no, they're lucky if they even go over the 1 level with me.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm if I'm white versus red in 3rd chair, Steve, I don't even look at my hand. I'm preempting.
There was a ruling at one World Championship about that.
There's you should know your partner's strengths and weaknesses and mannerisms. So if you're playing with an aggressive partner, you should rein it in a little bit. You don't want to have 2 people, shooting it out. And nor do you want to have 2 people who are ultra cautious. So there should be a mix between you. Claude's he's never stepped out in his life. So I step out all the time, and I know that he's solid as a rock. When he makes a bid, I know I can take it to the bank. So that's really good stuff to know in a partnership.
I couldn't agree with you more. When I grew up younger, I had a disparity of my partners. I played with Al Stauber, who's very famous for weak preamps, and my other regular partner in my youth was sometimes Ron Gerard, who was it was definitely a take it to the bank guy as far as what his hands look like.
Yeah.
And I knew each of their tendencies.
All right. So there's going to be nothing to the play. they will make 6 hearts and,
Well, nothing to the play, except it's taken me a very long time to play to trick one.
I don't get it, but hey, that's fine. Well, he knows,
3-0 hearts,
he
I
knows not to
suppose
say that then.
you might have a
He's
problem.
got a
with
rough,
3-0
he
hearts.
he doesn't know that the hearts are gonna go 2-1. He's just got a rough 2 spades and dummy and pitch at the club on the ace of diamonds and move to the next board. I mean, I suppose he can try some obscure play in diamonds, but why not just take what's in front of you? All he has to do is test the hearts. Once he finds out they're 2-1, he can claim.
Exactly.
All right, in the other room, in the open room, they're bidding board 9 now. We're more than halfway through this match. So board 9 is a diamond by North, a spade overcall, which has an asterisk. So let's see what a spade overcall means, please.
Natural.
A diamond, a spade, natural. All right.
Two no is some
Boy,
sort
there's
of,
a new system for you.
2-0 is an artificial raise of some sort.
All right. It went negative
Limit or
double
better.
and 2-no is always, yeah, 4-card limit raise. 3 hearts.
Game try.
Boy, this
Try.
is,
natural,
boy, somebody
game
likes their
try.
hand a lot,
Yeah.
and they're gonna make a game.
Game try. South
Yeah.
announced where the cards were.
So they lose a heart and a club and a diamond. It's an excellent game for the Rosenthal team. So just having it in the bank now, think about this. East overcalled and then made a game try. And is that going to happen at the other table with a very timid or
I'm
not timid,
surprised.
but-
I mean, that's a very aggressive bid.
On the other hand, if Joan overcalls, Sean might just bid game because on his
or
distribution.
slam? Oh my God! But we'll never know because he hasn't played to this one yet. So,
Right.
He
Yeah,
is
well-
very thoughtful, shall we say.
yeah, well, there's thoughtful and there's thoughtful. This is silly.
Yeah,
This is silly. Where are you going to win this? He knows it's a stiff. Are you really going to win it? You know, where they could rough out your honor. Why don't you just win it and draw one trump and see what happens?
then you might have something to think about it.
Yes, not a trick one. This is ridiculous. He can count 8 hearts, a diamond, and a club, and 2 spades. He can count 12 tricks.
Right.
Even if the hearts split poorly, they'd have to be 3-0 with North.
You also have to have a stiff spade and 3 hearts.
Finally. Plays made. The other table, they just claimed game, I gather, at the other table.
Yeah. Now he's
Yeah,
gonna
they
play a
roughed out
heart
the
like
diamond, I think.
he's gonna play a heart like your
No,
grandpa
here.
would. He
Oh.
finds out how they split. And he can just claim. Now he might try and drop the king of diamonds along the way, but really this is pointless. Now he'll cash the ace of spades, rough a spade, play the ace of diamonds, pitching a club, rough a diamond, try and drop the king of diamonds, but
Well, he probably should have
It
won
won
the
the
second
second,
heart,
yes. Sorry.
second
Yeah.
heart and dummy, so he could
correct, if
attack
he was gonna
diamonds
try
then.
and do that. I agree.
Or won the first spade in his hand.
But he didn't take enough time at trick one to think that.
Yeah,
All right. so
okay.
eventually, pretty quickly, they'll claim 6 hearts, I hope, and
Yeah.
move on to the next board. Now they've fallen a board behind. We're going to call the director shortly and ask them to put.
All right,
All right.
East on board 10. She's got a nice 18 count, pretty prime, couple of 10s, a club, a heart, 3 hearts. I agree with that. Do you like a game bid on this hand? I think 3 hearts is this hand or some lesser hand with some shape.
Yeah, and what happens with 3 hearts here? The clubs cooperate. You lose a diamond, a
A
spade,
spade and a club, so they'll make 4.
4.
if they guess the club, which
So who
they
should-
probably
who
will.
bid it? So Carrie, is it random where the jack of clubs is? They shouldn't bid it, or they should have bid it? You know,
And they shouldn't bid it because the clubs could be 4-1. Somebody could get a rough.
All right, so you're vulnerable at imps though.
Uh,
What do you think?
The hand matches perfectly. You've got doubleton facing nothing and doubleton facing ace third. And the club is onside. It's not a good game.
Okay,
And the trumps break 3-2. And the jack of clubs is onside. So it's a terrible game, actually,
Except that it makes.
except that it makes.
yeah, the one redeeming feature is the only one that matters. So in this one, this is the one where Amber overcalled a spade and then aggressively invited game, and they reached 4 spades, vulnerable and making.
Well,
Now-
if Joan decides to
Whoa.
bid Michaels, I'm sure they'll get to game. I don't think that's good enough for
Timid
Michaels.
people don't bid Michaels with this hand. I think that you're looking at another overcall. Oh, she did it. There you go.
Well,
Well,
so now we know they'll get to game.
Yeah, now he'll just jump to 4 spades because like he jumped to 6 hearts. So this is going to tighten the match considerably. It's already down to 3 imps, but I'm bidding the slam. The Millen team is only stuck 3 imps. This will now be a push board where we thought it might have been a big swing for Rosenthal. And it'll slow the match down further because Sean's playing it.
You're right. You are so right.
Sean needs to be at the opposite seat of Michael Rosenberg.
It's possible that the north-south hand will save over 4 spades.
They could conceivably. They're off a spade and 2 diamonds.
Looks like
For
it's down-
sure.
down 1 and
Right.
I don't know
clubs.
who can bid it. 1 club, 2 clubs. I guess he could bid 4 clubs or something like that. She rather. No, she's got a good hand. 1 club, 2 clubs. She's got
Probably
hearts.
2
Two
hearts.
hearts, right? Limit, right? Yeah,
2 hearts being a Q bid, not a natural bid here.
right. Being
Some
the,
kind of, or this is where I have my stopper. Where do you have the other one?
I suspect that most people play sort of an unusual over unusual treatment here.
Yeah, I would too. That it says I've got clubs. That's what I would think, but we'll find out. He has gone to 4 spades. Andrew doesn't really have a hand to bid 5 clubs, but maybe Meagher could. She's
Well,
white
she
versus
might
red.
or might not. She might think her partner has more spades than he does. And she has heart defense.
Well, they've jumped to a vulnerable game.
Yeah,
So she might have nothing to lose anyway. You know, maybe she'll think,
oh, good hand on the right screen, board 11.
So it's
Ask
gonna-
himself, a good hand, 1 spade. Boy, you'd be afraid of opening that 1 spade because you have probably 10 tricks in your hand.
not me, I'm a 1 spade bidder all day long. I hate opening 2 clubs with 2 suits.
I
You-
agree.
If you play 1 spade, you play 1 spade, but you can always show a big hand. It's just so awkward when you have 2 suits.
I agree. I'm
Figure-
not saying that, but I would hold my breath.
Nah. Somebody's got 24 red cards. You know, you don't have many points. You got 7 and 9, you only have 16 high card points, and there's 24 red cards out there. Somebody's gonna bid.
Oh, so it's gonna spade 2 diamonds, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds.
And Migri has passed in the other room, so.
Okay, so that'll be a push.
4 spades.
A slow push.
Slow push. So what is this? A spade, 2 diamonds, which is what? Just game forcing,
Game forcing, 3 clubs.
3 clubs, which let's talk about 3 clubs. I don't ever bid 3 clubs without extras, or either longer suit or really a good hand, because it just kills the bidding level. A major 2 diamonds, 3 clubs just kills the level of bidding. And you better have extras for that bid.
So,
Do you agree?
A
Just say
corollary,
yes. I need you to agree.
corollary to that, George, is that you have to rebid 5-card spade suits.
Right, if you don't have a good hand, you just rebid the 5-card spade suit.
Yeah, some people playing rebid show 6, then you can't have both worlds.
Right, so rebidding should, oh, way to go, Sean. Whoop, way to go. He's
Way to
down
go,
board
Sean.
10
He
now.
picked up
All
the
right.
tempo.
All right.
All right, we're in the same time zone now. So board 11 on the right, we're still bidding it, and board 10 on the left in the open room. This is a question they could take the lead here, the Millen team, if they get to 4 hearts. So 8, 6, 14, 18. So in the other room, it went a minor, a heart, 3 hearts.
Yeah, I'll pass. And we said it was a terrible game that had the virtue of making.
Right, so Sean looking at 6 highs and a double thin, knowing his partner has 18-ish.
Well, she might bid 4. I don't think it's close. It's very close. You have a pretty good hand in support of hearts.
I've got it as worth 19 points in support of hearts.
Yeah, I agree. She's got 19. So you think Amber,
19 and a half out of 2
Okay,
tens.
okay, for the 2 tens, okay. But I might have to use the jack of hearts to rough something.
so you think Amber was timid in the other room by not bidding 4 hearts?
No, I think it's close. I think Amber would trust Chris's judgment. But then, like I said, the hand matched up beautifully.
Yeah. And remember, Joan doesn't want to declare the hand, so if she wants to push the game and let Sean declare it.
Maybe she's hungry and she wants the segment to be over.
Well, then she should declare.
Literally hungry, not figuratively.
She should declare herself to get it to move faster. There's the same
And
3
she
hearts.
bid 3. Now the question is, does he bid 4?
He's declaring quite well, so he might.
Yep,
He
he
did
bid
it,
All
on,
right.
I
you-
just don't see any way he's going to go down in this.
unless when maybe at some point pops the 9 of clubs, he plays it for Jack 9 Doubleton. The famous 9s.
Yeah.
That isn't happening.
Okay, here we're stuck at 3 spades in the other room.
We have a lot, we just don't know where to
We
go.
have a lot of high card with 16, and our partner showed a good hand with the black suits.
Well, at some point, they got to support spades. They've shown 6 spades in a good
4 hearts
hand.
is that's very good.
We don't know where we're going next, but
I think we're going to bid 4-0. Find out 3 key cards.
if it's,
Do you think
I
that's
think it bid 7
Blackwood?
spades.
Wait, do you think 4-0 is Blackwood? Would you know that for sure?
4 hearts was in support of spades, so I would think so.
So it's just suspicious that she has a good heart suit?
It's a Q bid.
yes, the Queen of Hearts is not needed necessarily. So
Yeah, they can't be, yeah, you're right. She can't be looking for
1430.
hearts.
1430s, so.
All right,
I think
So-
he just bid 7.
so that's 3 key cards.
Right.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
He has to worry about the long clubs. He doesn't know that they're,
Well, come on, you can't worry about everything.
Sure you can.
watch me.
Although it turns out that, there is a problem.
If he had the 10 of spades, he'd be better off. But he's gonna bid it anyway.
Yeah, but everything works. If he chooses to play ace, king, and ruffle club, the spades split. If he
Right.
takes the heart finesse, that works. Now, if he takes the diamond finesse, that works. Now, if he takes a roughing finesse, that's not going to be so good.
That's gonna be.
That's the loser.
But the club split, everything splits. This is the most amazing hand. They got to 7, and there's only one possible way to go down.
It's
And
a
that's to play
roughing
ace of
diamond
diamonds
finesse.
and a roughing finesse. So you know what helps him is if they lead a heart at trick 1, he's forced to go up with the ace of hearts. And now he doesn't have the entries to take the roughing finesse.
Well, that's true.
All right,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be not a push at the other table. Anyway, He's the favorite. There's only one way to go down and like 17 ways to make it. So this is a really well bid hand by the two of them.
Now, you have to remember, sometimes players, think up things that most of us would never think of as a way to go down on these contracts.
I usually play with those people. So I'm playing with
Yeah,
Claudia.
if you get it, it's kind of
Claudia-
normal for a trump leader here. And now you just run clubs before you do anything.
Right, if he gets a trump lead, he's gonna cross his hand in clubs, and then
No other lead looks
Right.
particularly attractive facing a grand slam.
7, no. Oops,
She's fine
still have enough tricks. Oh, yeah.
because the club split.
Well, that's gonna end up, that uncomplicates the play. There'll be no roughing finesses and 7, no trump.
True. Well, but think about this. Why did she bid 7 no? She just didn't have confidence that he had good enough spades.
I'm unclear,
Maybe to protect the ace queen of hearts. And I
unclear.
think- and she almost has to get a heart lead here.
Yeah, I'm thinking a spade lead maybe, but no,
Okay, Sean has played fairly quickly again.
All
he
right.
picked up a game
Four.
swing.
And Millen, yes, Millen takes the lead now, 158 to 151. And bear in mind that, if he let a diamond, oh, this is an interesting lead.
Oh, it's a diamond
Putting-
through.
Putting the pressure on. This is fantastic. Well, this
I
is like.
forgot that Chris is playing the 7, no.
This is just like the roughing finesse. This is the
He
only way.
probably
they
was
can
trying to
go down.
protect all of the things and she puts this down and dummy.
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
this-
gosh, I bet she's feeling egg on her face right now.
Oh, you're gonna play it.
Oh, I forgot.
This is quite a brilliant lead. It puts all sorts of pressure on Wilenkin because he knows that she knows, and she knows that he knows that she knows that they bid diamonds twice in dummy. She's leading a high diamond, implying that her partner has the king of diamonds. Turns out that it doesn't matter, but
Right.
it'll slow the hand down because he's got a lot to think about. He can count 6 spades and a heart is 7 and 3 clubs is 10. So 2 diamonds doesn't even help him. Even if the diamond finesse is on, it doesn't even help him.
He's
So
a
I
no
think-
trump, right? He can't take a roughing finesse.
I think in the fullness of time, he has no choice but to go up with the ace of diamonds because 2 diamonds doesn't help him.
It
And
does
then-
if the
But it
heart finesse
does, and there
does,
might be a squeeze
the
now.
heart finesse could be on. Could have double. He
He did take the finesse.
took the
Wow.
finesse.
I think it's pretty
Okay.
obvious when you lead a diamond on this holding that you've got the king.
Well, that's pretty ballsy.
Now he's got a
I hope
show
he
up squeeze
remembers-
on.
Wait, Gary, I hope he remembers he's a no trump. And you're right. Now he'll play for a squeeze. Except that he won't
All,
need.
and
Right,
all
doesn't need
roads,
it.
all roads lead to Rome here.
All right. It's the opening bids are the same in the other room, a spade, 2 diamonds, 3 clubs. She should bid 3 diamonds. Is there something to be said for bidding 3 hearts here, or do you just?
They bid 3 hearts. She bid 3 hearts.
All right. She should bid 3 spades,
Yeah,
and now she might just bid 4 spades. And figure, hey, I've done what I needed to do.
This is a pretty easy show up, even if things weren't breaking.
Now she could bid 3 no trump here. She knows even though he's bid the spades again, it's a 6-1 fit,
right.
and she might want to try and ease into 3 no trump.
All
And
right,
that,
13 tricks claimed, and Amber's saying, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed." Well done, Chris.
yeah, she
You
should.
took that unnecessary finesse when the clubs were breaking.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it could have been 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, 3 clubs, and 6
She
spades.
did bid 3 no, as George predicted here. Now that's might slow
He's
him
not one
down.
of these, he's
a
not
bit.
gonna pass. I
No, but
wouldn't
it might
think.
keep him out of 7. He might just
Easily.
jump to 6 spades. Or he might
But
think he
if they
doesn't have
get to
any
7
spades.
7 no trump,
He's bid 4 clubs. Maybe he's hoping she'll bid 4 spades so he can Blackwood now.
yeah,
Yeah, I think he was concerned she might not have had any spades, but now you're, what will happen here?
Yeah,
4?
he hasn't rebid his ace, king, queen, fifth suit yet. He only bid it once till now.
Till now.
No, he bid it twice.
Yeah, now he has. So.
Oh, it's ace, king, queen suit, yeah. She could even bid 4 no trump here.
No, she doesn't want to take over.
And you know, you do have ace, queen, jack, 10, 9, and ace, queen, and it's stiff and a doubleton. It's just, you know, if you're timid, you're timid. It's hard to bid 4 spades with a stiff when you're, although it's a great stiff. She's thinking, oh, when I bid 3 noted, I promised him 2 spades and I only have 1 spade, and
Maybe she'll bid 4 diamonds. Yep.
Yeah.
Bids
Yeah.
a long suit.
so she's now showed probably maybe a 7-5 hand or a 7-4 hand, or
I'm not sure. This is the first time she rebid diamonds.
right. And he's bid 4 spades, and it's really going to be up to her as to whether or not she bids a slam here, which is, it's going to be really difficult. He's
Yeah, I
showing-
agree. She,
So this could be another one of those hands where you bid $1,000 in the one room and the other room doesn't even get the slam.
Right,
It's not clear she's going to bid. He
not
says,
clear.
I got lots of spades and clubs, and she says, I got lots of diamonds and hearts.
Amberlin's auction made it a lot easier for them to get to 7 no trump.
Yeah.
when we, when I was living in the Westchester County area, if you bid $1,000 and went down when the opponents were in game, that was called the Bergen Grand, not on Marty Bergen. We also had the Bergen Small Slam where they bid part score and you bid slam down 1.
Love it. Well, she's thinking, at least. There are credit she's thinking. She's got a 16 count, a great hand. Her partner has shown a good hand. I mean, this would be so timid to pass here. I mean,
It would be timid.
and she did
She did,
pass.
she did pass though. Okay, well, that's gonna be a
That's a
pretty
17
big pickup.
imps. I think it's 17 imps to Rosenthal, and the lead will change hands. I don't know if it's exactly 17, but it's a lot.
9, whatever 900, 9, no, it's not 900, but close enough. Okay, so we missed the 2 spade hand going down 2.
I guess
Yeah.
17 imps would be if you go down in $1,000. This will be less than that. This is probably 15 imps. And the play will go fast, and he can't
Hopefully the
scream
play will
at her,
go fast, right?
and he can't scream at her. That would be rude. All right, what happened on board 12, which we missed completely?
I saw 2 spades down 2, I think by
Somebody opened
West.
a no trump and got transferred, and the north-south pair cross-ruffed the hand to beat it 200.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll catch up with that one in a minute. And now 13, new hand, a club by north, double with a good hand on the east. I'm sure they play transfers here.
And the 19 count, so
Mm.
your lack of spades
That
that shouldn't
doesn't
worry
look
you.
like it's fair. That looks natural. Club double, a diamond, the left hand will pass. He's got nothing to say.
With all those 10s?
Well, he's waiting in the weeds.
Yeah,
10s around, that's pretty good, and 3 7s.
I know. I noticed the 7s too.
Sean played that hand very quickly.
We appreciate that.
14
We-
imps.
14 imps.
We did talk to the director, and he has asked him to speed it
Okay,
up.
thank you.
All right, we try and help you folks at home, make sure that we accommodate your needs. This match is actually going pretty fast in spite of Sean.
It
We
is.
only have one slow player, and it's not the worst.
There's 45 minutes left in the round. So with one table has 4 boards and one table has 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, the board they're bidding in the open room on the left is the one where Carrie said they got to two hearts and they got
Two spades.
two spades and they got cross-ruffed. All right, so, and then board 13 in the closed room, there are one club double, a diamond, and no trump, all pass. And they're gonna get three hearts, no clubs. They might get two diamonds, but probably not, and they'll get some spades. Spades aren't-
Well, the east hand is gonna be in an awful lot.
Yeah, I would probably lead that too. Although it turns out that a club is probably your best lead, since you're gonna wind up leading it
Right,
sometime
That's what I'm
anyway.
saying.
That was a good duck of the diamonds by Amber. She will, looks like she could cut off the Claire from the diamond suit now, from the fourth diamond. But like you said, she's gonna be in a lot and she's gonna have to get out somehow.
Okay, north, now the other, on our left, Andrew and Migri have competed to three hearts. Migri with her king, queen, nine, fourth elected to double the transfer bid. I don't know, with only four, that would be my style.
I just wanna see it go redouble sometime and see how many tricks they take against two
Oh my
hearts
God,
redouble.
have I learned that lesson in my life? I do not double. You know, as aggressive as I am, I don't double transfers unless I've got the nuts. This is Ralph Katz and Steve Landon playing in the Cleveland Regional. I doubled two clubs. The next thing I knew, it was redoubled and I couldn't count the number of tricks that I lost. Yeah, you know, it was a telephone score and you can't do that in a team game. You just can't do it. So Queen of Spades lead will be nothing. So what's going to happen?
Well, meanwhile, eight of spades, Chris split from Jack 10 third coming off the dummy.
Oh, that was I don't know. I suppose she might have run it anyway, but you know,
Right, that now she can't exit spades so safely. Now that she's won the ace, Amber's won the ace, she can't exit spades so safely.
well, she'll probably play a second heart and just give up on the heart suit.
Right.
She's already blown the heart suit. She'd probably just play a second one and try and get
So
the
now
full-
they'll take three spades and a diamond and three hearts.
What can I tell you?
They're gonna make it.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, okay, how are we gonna do in three hearts here in our five?
I think they're going to do fine.
Great, yeah, that's a beautiful
good.
fit.
It is a good fit back and forth. Except this
They
10 of
kinda
hearts over
needed
the
to-
9.
They needed to pull some trumps.
So now they'll have to play clubs to try and get some roughs in the shorthand. And the club suit lays fine for doing that. You know, she'll be able to rough the fourth
Diamond to
club,
the ace
king
and
heart.
a club up.
So I think they'll lose two hearts, a spade and a club. I think they'll set up the north hand. You know, what does Sean do here? He plays the king of diamond of spade, all right. So we'll win the ace of spades, cash the king of clubs, rough a club. When the queen drops, you'll probably assume where the jack is. Now well, you'll see it next time. You rough a club high. So they'll do a little cross ruffing here. So king of clubs, eight of clubs rough, dropping the queen. Ace of diamonds, rough a diamond, rough a club high.
Over rough.
Over
and
rough.
Pin. And
They might even compress the losing spade and the losing heart here. You've seen those hands, right? Or you at the
Yeah,
end?
I think play ace and a club, ace and a diamond and rough it and play a club. We can over rough and pin the nine of hearts.
Right. That
Yeah.
eight of hearts, I think, is gonna be in the way eventually.
But is that enough tricks? So they're gonna lose a spade and three hearts, or two hearts, maybe. I suppose you could pitch the spade on the 10 of clubs.
But the spade gets over roughed anyway.
Yeah. But knowing that this is gonna get over rough, maybe you pitch a spade anyway.
It looks just like they have 3 more losers, but they're only in 3.
Right.
So it's making 140.
All right, so this will go ace of spades, then you said they'll play the 10 of spades, the 10 of hearts, ace of hearts now, 10 of hearts pinning the 9, because they could count. So they'll win the jack. They now
And
have,
North, and eventually North will have a long heart.
yeah, they have to lose a heart and a spade.
The heart
for
is
making
made
three.
to
Yeah.
Very
140.
nice,
140.
very nice result for
Rosenthal.
Dahl and Migri for the Rosenthal team. That was a well bid, strangely bid, but certainly good result.
It worked out.
Yeah, when you know your partner has 5 hearts, you're much more likely to double the transfer bid.
Absolutely. It's a
But
tough,
the
tough.
other team got 200, and so
No, mine
the loser
100,
two-
I thought.
Oh, is it
So tough way to win an imp though.
100? I'm an imp, right?
All right, they're closed room, a club, double, a diamond, a no trump. They're still playing no trump. They should be making this relatively easily. 7 tricks already in the bank. And
And then the club trick coming at the end.
as Steve pointed out, the East hand got in too many times. Got in played. The West hand is still waiting to get in and lead a club through. All right, 120 on board 13. So north, south and board 13 did everything they could do. They're in a plus position.
So I think the idea was to win the king of diamonds a trick too. I don't think you can't let him score that and then attack another suit.
A club and the West hand, the East hand has almost a 2-note trump opener, but if you don't have any place to go here except for double to show a big
Right.
hand. You would double, and then if you had the opportunity, you'd rebid a no trump to show 18 or 19. Is that right?
That would be our style. Much as I'd like to dream up something else.
So folks at home, when you have too much to overcall a no trump, which would be 15 to 18, so you've got, 19 or 20 or bad 18, you would double, and then if you have the opportunity, you rebid a no trump, which is going to happen here. So now East-West will be playing a no trump instead of North-South playing a no trump.
Right.
And what's the expression when both sides play the contract? Usually one of them.
2-0. We're gonna play 2-0.
Okay, she doesn't quite get it. She didn't need to bid 2-0, which shows, that would show if it went a club, a diamond, 2-0, that would show 18 or 19 without interference. But when you overcall and you double, and then you have the opportunity to bid 1-0, this is inexperience here. So she's gonna play 2-0 for no reason when she
Unless he
could've
raises.
1-0 and shown the exact same points. So she'll get the queen of diamonds lead, which will neither hurt or help. Maybe she'll get a spade lead, which again will neither hurt nor help. It'll probably hurt her actually.
I think it hurts. The spade lead will hurt.
Yeah, spade lead will hurt. A diamond lead will just be temporizing. She's going down, so she again has to play the side of her hand. She has
We've got a club lead.
Oh, gag me with a pitchfork. Picks up
That's
the
up to
club
7
suit,
tricks.
gives her entries. Oh my God, Migri. What are you thinking?
Well, my partner opened the
Oh,
club.
partner, open a club. I beg your pardon.
That's what, I'm just telling you what she was thinking. You can disagree with the lead.
Okay, and I do disagree with the lead. It's terrible. Sorry.
That's okay. If you're gonna lead a club, you might as well have bid a diamond originally.
Yeah,
This is still one where in this particular auction, I'd be tempted to lead my best suit.
yes, I agree, totally.
But West bid the diamond, so
So now they're gonna get 4 clubs.
At least ace, king, ace.
At least one spade. 2 diamonds.
Well, they have to play more clubs right now.
Yeah, they have to run the club suit or they don't get it.
right.
What else could she look at though? I would have played the 10, but all right.
Probably didn't matter.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe if, if I want to guarantee that I'm going to have an entry there, I need to play
Well,
low.
I would have played the 10 because in case they're 4-1.
in case Meg grew let her singleton club.
Yeah,
I still need to get back there though, because the other one's the 9. So
all right. Anyway,
this way she retained an entry to dummy if it, for
We
some
got
reason.
here we've got an interesting hand that's called for a slam.
the
Oops.
slamming clubs off a club trick. So they lose no spades, no hearts, no diamonds, and 1 club.
Oh, a diamond rough. If it's played from the north side.
Well, let's see. Pass a diamond by south is
2 diamonds, Michael's again. 2 hearts,
That could-
clubs invitational are better. 2 spades, undiscussed, not natural.
oh, this is going to be hard to get to slam now with this kind of bidding.
3 hearts by West. Pass by Sandra. Was she? I don't know what she's supposed to do with that hand.
I don't know
She-
whether, I'm surprised that this wasn't forcing 2 hearts, forcing in clubs, but
Better than 3 clubs, it said.
better than 3 clubs, right? Okay.
So I would say that's invitational or better,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it says I've got clubs and a decent hand,
Yeah,
But I might expect partner to bid again in this auction. That's all.
I think partner will bid again since they had 17 and
Well, but even if they
Upgraded.
didn't,
yeah.
Well, Amber's not done. She might bid 4 hearts. Now they might take a piece of that, or they probably would. But I don't think they can get the slam anymore. Maybe. I mean, he's got a pretty good hand.
South hand is a pretty good hand. He's
Yeah.
got controls of all the majors,
But he's
got
got a lot of holes in
3
diamonds.
good clubs and an ace.
He knows diamonds will split poorly. She did bid 4 hearts. He might just bid 5 clubs.
And he might bid.
Although now he knows his partner is really short in hearts too. That's helpful.
Mhm.
So that made his hand even better.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you do have East-West looking as if they're bid 4 hearts to make it though. I'm not sure that they could bid a slam.
On shape. Obviously, it's on shape because you've got 17 and your partner's got invitational or
right.
better.
Yeah.
I think he bids 6 clubs. That's my guess.
Big play by the north hand right now in the open room. He's got to play low to force out the ace. He has to, he could play the 9. Not that big a play. All right, she's up to 5 tricks. The 2 diamonds will be 7, and that's all she'll get.
That's it.
Down 1 and 2.
So that's a push, right?
120 versus 100.
Okay.
An imp for somebody.
An input for Mullins.
Actually,
No.
by bidding 2-0 and going down, she got a good score. So that's a pickup for Millen. Rosenthal is now 7 imps ahead, and
He bid 6 clubs. That's what I thought.
he jumped to it. Okay.
And he got it played from the right side.
They could save. How big's the save? Down 3?
1, 2, 3,
No, it was no rough.
4. Yep.
Yeah, 4.
500. And he has saved, in fact.
I'm muting for a minute.
So Migri did not upgrade on board 14. She opened a simple no trump within their range.
It's a very powerful 17.
Well, but we'll see some action. I don't expect Sean to do nothing here. He's bid 2 spades with no alert. So that's spades natural for the moment.
I don't think he's finished.
I would be surprised.
All right, I'm back.
So,
All right, so in the same hand, Migri did not upgrade. She opened a no trump with her power 17. And Sean overcalled 2 spades, which appears to be natural. But I think he's not, like I said to Steve a minute ago, he's not finished in the auction.
Well, remember this, this is something you or I would bid to
a major thing, right?
would show the majors, but he would rather play the hand than not play the hand. So he'll bid hearts later and he'll make sure that he plays the hand.
Mhm.
And she opened a no trump with 6, 10, 17, a really solid 17 with 10, 9, 10, 9, 9, 8.
Two
Yeah,
10
that
nines
even-
and 9 8.
That's an upgrade to me. And
That's one of the
I'm-
better 17s.
and
I've
I don't
seen.
upgrade that many of my 17s.
No, what if I told you that I once opened a 14-point no trump and accepted game? I had so many 10 9s and things, everything.
I would be so proud of you, George.
Well, I did it. Thank you, Karen. So
The only
this-
problem is they had enough ace kings on the side that I couldn't do anything.
Now Andrew should just, I would think he could bid 3 clubs here, or whatever version of Lebensaw they play, something to show a positive.
Yeah, forcing in clubs. Whether it's 2-0 and then you transfer to clubs and show your shortness or something.
Bid 3 spade, no, let's see.
3 spades, you might never catch up. You're sort of committing yourself to slam. You know the partner's going to bid 3-0 over 3 spades, and you don't want to play 3 spades. I mean, this could keep him out of slam. But
Well, I realized when I mentioned 3 spades, the fact that people are playing transfer Lebensaw doesn't occur to everybody at every moment.
yeah, that would be the way to do it.
It's something that we would play at our house, but
All right, so here we've got they're playing 6 hearts double. Good sacrifice, right? They're going to
right,
lose.
should be down 3, it should be.
It's a good sacrifice as long as they did the best they could do since they had already gotten the 6 clubs. It's
You make 6 no trump.
now here's the problem here. It's going to go 3 clubs or is that 3 spades?
3
Okay.
spades, again with no alert.
Good bid. And then I hope over 3 no trump he pulls.
Clubs
up.
forcing. No, it is clubs forcing.
Good. Okay.
It took a long time, so maybe he had to check his notes.
Carrie's kidding, folks. They don't have notes in front of them. They're playing. So we should lay out the logistics for you. They're sitting in a room with 2 people. Andrew and probably Joan are in the same room, and they're the only 2 people in the room. They're playing on laptops, and they are allowed to have notes in the room. Now that I think about it, you do have your notes. And they're able to talk to one another. If there's an explanation asked for, it can be given. Now, Sean has just rescued them because Migri had signed off in 3 no trump. Sean bid 4 hearts. Andrew should bid 5 clubs, and maybe Migri can bid 6.
And now
Now they
played from the wrong side.
Yeah.
Or would he double for a strange lead?
Yeah, that is true, but let's see. He did bid
He
5.
doesn't know his
He's
partner
been-
has a trick.
He has bid 5 clubs.
And she's gonna pass.
Which she?
Joan.
Both of them. Both of them.
Now, if Migri passes, Sean will bid 5 hearts probably.
I don't know.
I would.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
How often do you get dealt a good 6-6? You might as well bid it.
It's the spade spots that really tempt you, right?
Now the winning bid, wait a minute, hold on, there's a counter here. So let's say he doubles. So Migri can bid 6 no trump. She's got stoppers in both of his suits and a fit for partner.
And then he leads the king of hearts and
I
how
know
many?
it goes down. I'm just saying.
She's raised to 6 clubs. Now it'll be interesting to see if it goes 6 hearts and we just have a push on this board.
Or if it goes double.
Yeah, if he goes double, and then she's got to find the diamond lead. You know, he's
Yeah.
bid it powerfully.
6 hearts. Well, he bid 6 hearts all by himself.
All right.
No, so this is going to be a push.
Well, it's not over yet. Who knows?
So-
You're right.
What if she corrects the 6 spades and now it goes down an extra with a spade ruff, or heart ruff rather? I mean, you never know. He overcalled the spade and then bid hearts to the 6 level.
Yep, double pass.
So back at the other table,
All right.
we have not,
We're defending and I don't see how we're tapping declare.
we're tapping declare successfully, it looks like to me.
That's true.
We could be going for a fair number here.
I think it's just one more trick, isn't it?
So maybe, it can be.
So he roughs here, he draws the last trump.
Suppose he
knocks
just
out the
pitches his
spade.
club.
He knocks out the spade. Yeah, he doesn't know where the club is, but he knocks out the spade. Oh, he doesn't have an entry back.
There's
He
no
doesn't-
tricks, right? I think he has to play spades next. Then now
Now she plays the ace of diamonds.
diamonds. Now they play the ace of diamonds.
And he
He's
has
got
to
it. He can throw his club, but now they play now they play a club at him.
Yeah, but if he wins the club and dummy, then he could now play a heart.
He can't win the club. He's gonna have to. The
He'll-
club's gonna lose first.
They'll clash a club and then he'll win the next one and dummy and claim. So he go in for an extra trick here is what it looks like. And they're leading a diamond at the other table, so maybe the same.
Easily could come up.
We were premature in saying this was only down 500.
Oh, we've all been premature at some point or another. All right, so in theory, it's a push, but maybe it's not.
Right, now we're looking at 800, we think.
Yeah, right now Rosenthal has the lead by 7.
So
And-
again, Shannon was in the tank before playing the deuce of diamonds from dummy.
All right, and since it's Migri with the Migri is going to win the heart here. She has an obvious continuation of the diamond. No reason not to do it.
Yeah,
Okay, so
She can't get anything roughing herself, but she can just
they,
do
yeah,
the
they
same
just,
thing. Tap
they
the dummy.
conceded another trick. They let him out. They exited with a heart.
Did they? Wow.
So,
really?
so yeah, yeah. Kevin
All right,
exited a heart and they took the balance. He lost just his club trick at the end. So they only went down 3.
All right, I think that'll be a pickup then, because the same defense is going on in the other room. So Migri will win one of her spade honors. There's no reason to duck it. And she'll lead
Diamond.
a diamond. All right, nice hand in the open room on board 15. Is that our last board 15?
Yes.
Okay. They have no club losers, no heart losers, a spade, and no diamond losers. So it looks like they can bid 6 clubs or 6 hearts. Hearts has a 4-1 split. That could be an issue for sure. So clubs looks to be safer.
Yeah.
A lot of spirited bidding here, getting the 6 club, and 2 people taking the 6 heart sacrifice. All right, Sean is, he could pitch the club here.
Now I think he's in control.
No, if he pitches the club and they play the ace of clubs, he's just got a rough, and then she can later cash the, ace of diamonds still.
So what does he do here? Yeah, but then the wrong hand will be on lead if he wins. This is tricky. So if he pitches the club, Andrew has to win the queen, but what does he lead then?
Ace of clubs.
All right, it gets roughed. And you think that'll generate an extra trick for the defense?
They still have the ace of diamonds. I can't draw both my trumps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
All right, he roughed it, so. All right,
He doesn't know the hearts aren't splitting yet. He hasn't played a second heart.
well, he knows now. Maybe he doesn't even play a second heart. Maybe he plays a spade. Yeah,
Well, she'll just play the eight. She can play the ace of diamonds now.
Same end position.
Same end position.
yeah, now she set up a heart trick for herself. So at some point, well, she better rough the, oh, wait a
All
minute.
right, this is the
Oh,
one
look
they
at
now got to the other table. They did something, they're,
Wait,
it's the one
look
that
at this
kind of has.
position. He's
Right.
gonna rough this. He draws a trump. And he starts, no, he can't do that. He doesn't draw the trump, but he pitches it. He wins this and he plays the queen of spades pitching a club. She has to follow.
And
Then he
another
pitches
spade,
another
club,
spade,
pitching another
pitches the
club.
king of clubs.
Yeah,
And she can over rough, but I think that's her last trick now.
I think so.
Because dummy can control the club suit. And then there's a heart left to draw trump. This is so interesting. God, I love bridge. All right, so Sandra has opened 2 clubs, which is natural and non-forcing. It's not a strong, oh, I'm sorry, she didn't open it. I apologize.
Right.
When a diamond, 2 clubs, 3 clubs, 4 clubs. This is like 2 old women bidding it. A diamond is 0 to 1, 0 to or 1.
Diamond. They're playing a
Diamond.
precision system.
2 clubs.
The diamond wasn't alerted.
It wasn't, but I just saw, I thought this is what
No.
this showed. Oh,
The
what's
3 spade bid is alerted.
3 spades was alerted, sorry.
3 spades. What is
3
3
spades,
Is 0 to 1s. I don't know what that's saying.
4 plus clubs. Okay, short
Okay.
spades, 4 plus clubs. It was a splinter.
Got it. But she doesn't have short spades. South has short spades. Okay, got it.
South, right.
All right, and we're still waiting to see what happens with the ace of diamonds. This is a big play. If he roughs it, remember what Kerry said, he doesn't know if the hearts are splitting. So if he roughs it and tries to draw the trump, he doesn't get any more tricks. But if
Yeah, I
he-
will.
well, we won't get many. Oh yeah, he'll get something in the rough the king off with the.
Yeah, you could just, if he
Oh,
roughs, he
heart
cashes
spade.
the king of hearts, and then he just runs spades and pitches just 2 clubs. The diamonds are good in dummy.
A fine point. How come he pitched one?
Not clear.
Well, what else could he pitch? I guess he knows he's gonna pitch the,
Oh,
No,
holy cow.
oh. We're
So this
throwing
is
our
a
winners
match
in.
again. He pitched all the good diamonds to leave the losing club in his hand. What a strange way to play. See,
Yeah.
he whipped.
There's a loss
Eric.
of concentration there.
Just
he
look.
played too fast. I've told them to slow down. I
You're
said,
right.
Sean, you gotta take your time. So he went down an extra trick for no particular reason. And it's 7 imps pickup for Rosenthal because they were at the one table, they were down 3. At this table, they're down 4. That's a difference of 300 points. That's huge. So Rosenthal assumes a 14 imp lead, commanding lead. That's the biggest lead we've seen today. All right, they're still bidding the other one. They've gotten the 6 clubs. That looks like a nice contract. They just have to be careful. Probably going to get, I assume, a singleton heart lead. But
Single hardly, I'm not sure that how they can make it anymore.
Doesn't make it easy.
They have to at some point give up a spade and get a heart ruff. They can't pull 3 rounds of trump because they have too many spades to ruff.
Right. So the
You
rule,
cannot make 6 clubs if they leave it a singleton heart.
yeah, well, folks, the rule here is that if you're defending against the slam, if you have a singleton, you lead it. And if you know, if you have an
Unless
ace,
it's a trump.
you lead it. Yes, unless, fine point, Gary. That was a very good point.
Thank you.
So they got to the better contract, it looks like, but, or would you have played 6 hearts? You could see on both hands. What would you play?
Let's see, if you're playing in hearts, you need to rough diamonds in your hand, but you still need to, let's see, how many things you need to rough in your hand? You have 5, 8,
You
9,
can just hit a couple
10,
spades in this
2.
hand.
Or maybe you're
Well,
setting it.
you couldn't rough in either hand, but transporting is the hard thing.
All right, here we go again. Migri, a diamond, 2 clubs.
Trumps with 3-2, it'd be easy to play hearts.
It'd be easy to play clubs too, if hearts were 3-2.
What do you do with the south hand and the open room? So it's gone a diamond, 2 clubs. Do you just raise clubs? Do you bid 2 hearts?
I'm comfortable with a splinter. I'm comfortable with a splinter there.
All right, because you're playing imps, you don't mind missing the 4-4 heart bid.
I don't mind 2 hearts. I don't mind either one. I like 2 hearts because you're really not that good. You don't have that great a hand.
Oh,
You can
they
always bid
raised spades,
clubs
so
later.
no, they did not lead their singleton.
Okay.
Now is it going to make, you think?
I think
I
so.
think now they can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. They can rough 2 spades. They lose a spade, rough 2, and pitch 1. So I
They
think
can
this,
come to their hands with trumps.
Right. They
If
can
they
use
lead
hearts
up-
once and right.
If they shift to a heart now, with win it in hand, rough a spade, club
Rough a
to our
diamond.
hand, rough a spade, and
Yeah.
claim.
Yeah.
2
So-
spade roughs and a pitch.
I can understand it because she's saying if I have an ace, then they don't have, then my partner doesn't have an ace. So what's the point of the heart lead? But it was the winning lead. That was the point of it. All right, 3 spades. They did splinter. Migri splintered in this hand, the other one. So it's gone a diamond, 2 clubs, 3 spades. Splinter says I got 4 trump with you, a singleton spade, and a good hand. Although she has the same 12 she started with, but regardless. So he can Q bid, or he can just bid more clubs. I don't know what the right thing is to do here.
Well, yeah, he could.
He could bid 4 clubs and wait. He could bid 4 diamonds, but that might be key card for them.
Maybe
Probably,
that's all he needs to do.
yeah, probably he'll bid 4 hearts to key card to Q bid. And then she can take control.
So the play at 6 clubs just got very easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
In that case.
And all they needed really was a 3-1 club split. So you can't really say it's a bad opening lead, but it's just, it's a unfortunate
It
opening.
made it easy. It made it easy for the declaring side.
Well, my expert commentator told me that if you had let a heart, you couldn't make it anymore.
I believe that's true.
Well, you're the expert commentator. Oh, it's true.
We couldn't find a way, but I don't have Gibb sitting right here or whatever. Does anybody solve them after you've given them an opening lead? Any of those bridge programs?
Yeah, we have it on here.
Yeah, I didn't know if you
Ewan
could
can-
give
Ewan
the
can do it.
conditions. No, I didn't know if you could say if they led this with what they could make.
All right, he temporized. In the USA2, Lewis is up by 17. I believe they're playing Dinkin. And
They were
Wadowski,
up by more.
and Wadowski is up 65. And I think they were playing Capoletti, maybe?
I
Yes,
believe so, yes.
right.
Okay, so they're up a lot more than that on Dinkin, is that what you're saying?
Lewis was up 40 at the half.
Oh, so
At the
nice.
3/4, sorry, at the 2/3. They're playing, that match has only got, has less boards in it because they're playing thirds.
They play
And they're
90.
gonna finish this afternoon and they're gonna start the semifinal for the USA2 bracket starting this evening, starting whatever be set 7 of the opens.
One of the ways that they used to do it was the USA2 would play one-day matches, and then the two winners would play another one-day match, and then the loser of this match would drop in to play, would play the winner of the two one-day matches. So I'm a little surprised they're doing it this way. 'Cause
It's
that'll-
only, the
somebody would
loser of
take
this
time off.
match is gonna have a day off.
Well, that's unusual because
Right.
what they used to do is play two one-day matches in USA2. And then the winner of both of those matches would now immediately play the loser of this match. And the timing is better.
Well,
But-
Joan Millen's found the Singleton Heart lead against 6 clubs.
Good
So
for her.
well, let's see if Andrew Rosenthal can find some way that I can't see to make
No.
this end.
Gibb says it's not making.
Yeah,
So that was the only lead that stops it. Every other lead, every other card in her hand allowed it to make.
Right, this is gonna make this match virtually dead even
Yeah,
with 3 sets to go.
and it will have gotten Joan through a match without, any damage occurring. This is her first time playing in the big
it's
event.
daunting. It really is. But she's had a few days now to get used to the love bridge and the competition. So God
Yeah.
bless her.
And people are nice, there's nobody that she's playing against that's not going to be nice.
He has to go up with the spade if she plays a spade. Maybe he doesn't even have to shoot. I think he does.
Maybe he
That would
shouldn't
be a
have,
very expert play, wouldn't it?
maybe he shouldn't have won it in the queen and the dummy. Unless that will lead Sean to believe that she led from the king, but I don't see it.
I would, oh, well now,
Now he's going to try and set up the other hand. It's impossible. It doesn't matter what he does.
yeah, it would have been a hard play to go up with the king of spades, but not
Yeah.
impossible.
Our host says that would have been a weird lead from King 7-2, but remember, Sandra led the 8 of diamonds from the King 8 4 deuce or something like that.
Mhm.
Funny thing
Sam-
against slams. Yeah,
Sandra's probably a more inventive player at this point in her career than
I'd
Joan.
say a little bit, yeah. I played with Sandra in the last national. She's quite fun to play with, and we played different versions of. We had one of these Rufo rabbit hands. I was playing my old version of Gazili, and she was playing the new version of Gazili that she had wanted to play with me, and I got it wrong. And she wound up playing 3-no trump with a wide open club stopper. She made 5 because they thought I had clubs. I bid it as if I was 5-5 with clubs, but unfortunately I wasn't. And so it worked out fine because she made 5 no trump when the field's in 4 hearts making 5. Sometimes you can make an error and have it come out quite
Every
well.
now and then, yep.
But I love playing Gazillion. I'll play with anybody I can find that plays it.
Well, it looks like he's just still gonna come up a trick short. He's gonna have to.
What's he gonna do now?
If he overtakes
This.
this, he sets up the 9 of clubs when he roughs the diamond. So maybe his line of play wasn't thought out well enough.
Well, now he's going to convince himself that she led from the 7-3 of hearts, and he's going to go to dummy with a heart. This is truly unfortunate, the layout, and she made a logical lead. She didn't just cash an ace, so she did
Well, he's
fine.
still got a problem now because spades are still there. Community, even if she had a Doubleton heart, they're gonna get set up for a rough now.
So now he just has no play.
Yeah, but
We said from the beginning.
but at least
Right,
Sean,
but
at least Sean is
Spade-
playing fast.
His best chance was to try a spade off the dummy at
Right.
trick 2.
right. He needed to. Here's a case where, if possible, you'd rather be roughing things in the slightly shorter hand than the slightly longer hand.
Oh, Kerry, that's a very good point. The spade off the dummy at trick 2 means that he'd be able to go about his business without West getting in to give the heart rough.
Unless he went up king right away.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. He had to be very prescient
Right.
and play the king of spades off when Andrew let a spade from dummy at trick 2 to give his partner a rough.
And yet the finesse said he couldn't be made. So, oh, I see it, because you're assuming that he goes up with the king of spades.
Right.
All right.
I'm giving him props.
Yeah, this will be the last board. So I want to say thank you to my teammates here, Kerry and Steve Sanborn.
It was a pleasure, George.
And thanks to Jan Martell, who runs the USBF and is in charge of all the VUGRAPHs.
Very handily she does.
Ewan McNally, and I think Chris Wigan is also involved with doing the VUGRAPH. So we're really blessed to have all these talented people. And our thanks to Lovebridge. While it's a little tricky at first, once you get into it, it's nice to be able to look at both hands at the same time and see what's going on. If it moves fast, Larry Cohn can keep up with all of this. We're not as fast as he is, but they kept a pretty good pace. It gives you all the information, what the score is, the ongoing score, tricks. Right now, it's telling us what they can and cannot make. There's the rough to go down 1. Well, not the rough, but the spade will go make it down 1. All right, so this will be
Okay.
and it'll be virtually tied. They'll pick up, what is it, 13, 11. So it's going to be 3-imp lead for Rosenthal.
No,
one
no,
imp,
that was a 16 imps. That was a slam against the minus.
16 imps. Okay, so Millens has the lead by 2
Two.
going to set 2.
Right.
Well done, everybody. Thank you
All
for
right.
joining.
Thank you. Thank you
everyone.
to our host.
Thanks, folks. Next set should be at 1:45.
Next session is at 1:45.
That's
Everybody.
Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you.
Go.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'll leave. I'm just gonna leave.